Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Gamefromscratch, and today we have a heck of a humble bundle for artists out there. This one is the Complete Concept Art Training Bundle, although to be honest, it is more than just concept art. This is from a company called Learn Squared, and what I tend to find is their instructors are all industry experts. So if you're looking for how people do this in like production studios, AAA level stuff, this is training material for you. Now, it's actually a slightly pricey bundle in that it's 30 bucks for everything, but when you compare that to the actual cost of their course, it is peanuts. It's an incredible deal, and these are really in-depth courses. Like, we're talking 20 hours, 16 hours, 32 hours, 12 hours, 11 hours, 11 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, and so on. So these are very, very long courses. And again, taught by industry experts. You see here, it is organized into 3 tiers. The entry-level tier here seems to be about $5, and you're getting the quick concepts in Unreal, as well as the Armada concept art. Now, one thing you want to note is we have had a couple of these in a previous Humble Bundle, generally all around the Unreal Engine stuff. So some of the Unreal Engine stuff you may already own if you are a hoarder like myself, but it's still, even if you don't have that, or if you already do have that, it's still probably worth picking up for the rest of the contents here. We go to the median price tier, which is currently about $21 USD, and you're getting costume design, dynamic concept art, 3D sequence illustration, concept architecture, concept cinematic design, concepting in ZBrush, intro to environment painting, and then UI and data design for film. And then finally, we go to the full fat here, and you're getting concept art for video games. And then we're getting, this is not really concept, this is just straight up character design, 3D character art, environment concept art in Unreal Engine 5. This one was definitely around before. Concept art number 2, hard surface design. So if you're doing like mecha and that kind of stuff, you can learn them there. Environment design, visual storyteller, better character design, vehicle concept art, 2D sequence illustration, concept art hacks, production concept art, world building, introduction to 3D concept design, futuristic character design, narrative concept art, and then everything else we talked about earlier on. So you're getting a ton of very high-end content here if you are an artist. Again, quite a bit of, or quite a broad number of subjects being broached here. Now, the cool thing here is if you're interested in something specific, let's say you're interested in the hard surface design course, what you can actually do is click here into it, and if you sign up for Learn Squared, like for free, you can actually log in and get the first couple of lessons of any of the things that they work here. So you see here, start learning for free. Sorry about the white, by the way, but you'll notice here, start learning for free. Not sure which course is for you. As a member of Learn Squared, you'll get free access to the first lesson of every course to try before you are ready to buy. Sign up now to get instant access and start learning today. So you can actually check out what the course is all about. At the same time, they also show you a lesson plan of the entire contents of this course. You get an idea of the topics that they will be covering within this course, so you can see which tools are being used. In this case, it is Maya. They walk through the various different things you do, and then they do actually something else kind of neat, is you get the ability as a student to submit out your work back to them. So you can see some of the things that have been done for homework. Here are some of the work that students working with this did. So you can see here, this mecha was being created, all of these being created using the lessons learned in this course. It's kind of a neat concept of what they do. I think it's somewhat unique to Learn Squared in that they have this showcase for the students that have actually been working with this tech. I do love this approach there, and I do love the amount of detail they show in terms of the lessons themselves. So if there's a lesson that you're kind of interested in, once again, just click on it, drill down into it, and you'll get a full detail. So one, you'll find out more about the instructor themselves. Generally, they do have, again, industry experience. A lot of times they break it down. This guy doesn't seem to give much detail of it there, but you can look it up. You're going to find out, again, you can see what tools they've used. This one's Photoshop, 3D Coat, and Octane. It's going to be a plethora of tools, but a lot of times you're going to find that the concepts being taught are kind of tool independent. So if they're using Maya, but you use Blender, or they use Photoshop, but you use GIMP, you should be able to transfer the basics of what they're teaching here. So it's not really a tools-based thing, although some of these things specifically are going to be about, you know, how to use that particular tool. But you'll find, again, the concepts that are being taught here should just be pretty universal. Concept as a total pun, not because of the fact this is a concept art bundle. In terms of how this works, you redeem it on the Learn Squared site. It will then be available in your courses with the courses themselves. You click into said course, and you will get a breakdown of everything there. So you got, an overview of it. You can, again, upload your homework. You can share it with other people. So like what you've done or created as a part of this can be shared. You can check out the work that other people have done, like you can see right here. Get comments on your work, feedback, etc. That is, again, a very cool part of how their stuff works. Otherwise, as you can see here, just the scope of how much is here. So there's a ton of, this is one of the courses, and you get an idea of just how many chapters are in it. A lot of overviews as you're going through it, but come on down here. Let's pick one of these. Okay, that's further learning. Not the most exciting thing, but let's go up here, foreground details, and then scroll back to the top. Here you're going to see the lesson. It is all done here. It does track your current progress as you're going through it. So you see here your current progress. So if you're working on it, you come back into it later on, and boom, it is there. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the bundle. It is, once again, a company called Learn Squared. Generally, again, industry experts, people that they'll break out their CV of what they've worked on. And if there's a particular course that you're interested in, once again, I highly recommend, if you're not going to just straight up pick up the bundle, you can basically click on something over here, drill into it, and learn more details about that course. And you can actually sign in and even start the initial parts of the course to see if it is for you or not. That is a very cool approach. I also like, again, that homework thing. So let me know what you think about the idea of sharing your homework and getting feedback on what you've done. Again, it's completely optional. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. By the way, if you do use my link, it does help support Game from Scratch, and I very much appreciate if you do. You will now notice there is no thing there for Game from Scratch anymore. Don't worry, it helps me automatically. You don't need to use the slider anymore. And thank you very much if you do use my link. So once again, that is the complete concept art training bundle. If you've had experience with Learn Squared's training materials in the past, please do let me know in the comments down below what you thought of them. It's always useful to other people that are on the fence about picking up these bundles. This is a technical area that is a bit beyond my ability for the most part. It's training beyond the scope of my artistic abilities. But if you are in this world, I think it's some very invaluable content. It's not beginner stuff. And I think a lot of times people are like, there's too much beginner content out there and not a lot of stuff that's aimed at experts. So that's why you may appreciate this particular bundle, though it isn't for specific software. It's for a broad swath of technologies. But more, again, it's about art. A lot of it's concept art, but you've also got things, again, like hard surface design, character modeling, character creation, world building, and so on. So there's more to it than just concept art, but there is a ton of concept art stuff here as well. So let me know what you think. Comments down below. I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.